Lord help me, here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, stargazers of all ages, welcome to the Watchman News, the only place where science meets sarcasm under the cosmic disco ball we call the sky. Tonight, we're talking about the upcoming planetary parade of 2025, a celestial event so spectacular it'll make you forget that Pluto got uninvited to the planet party back in 2006. Poor guy. Now, what's a planetary parade, you ask? Well, it's not when the planets throw on sequins and march down Broadway singing Don't Stop Believin'. No, a planetary parade is when several planets in our solar system are visible in the night sky at the same time. This January, we've got 6 planets lining up for our viewing pleasure. Venus, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Neptune, and the star of tonight's show, Uranus. Yes, Uranus, the planet that never stops giving, to comedians everywhere. Let's start with the basics. On January 21st, 2025, the parade kicks off, and for about a month, you'll be able to see this interplanetary lineup strut its stuff in the night sky. Venus, Mars, Jupiter, and Saturn will be bright enough to see with the naked eye, which is good because most of us have telescopes about as high-tech as a toilet paper tube. For Neptune and Uranus, you'll need some serious magnification and possibly a mature sense of humor, which, let's be real, no one has when it comes to Uranus. Now, Uranus has a reputation, and by reputation, I mean it's the butt of every space joke ever told. Astronomers say you'll need at least 50 times magnification to see Uranus clearly. Damn. Honestly, that's probably for the best. Nobody wants to see Uranus in HD without warning. Even the moon is helping out, going all shadowy in a new moon phase to cut down on light pollution. It's like the cosmos is saying, hey, if you're going to look at Uranus, let's do it right. But let's not forget the other planets. Venus, the diva of all the solar system, will be dazzling early in the evening, showing off like it's on the red carpet. Mars, the fiery red planet, will be up all night, probably posting thirst traps on Instagram. Jupiter, the king of planets, will loom large and in charge, and Saturn's got rings for days, like the solar system's answer to a championship wrestler. Neptune, the quiet, artsy one, will hang out in the background, probably writing poetry about the void. But Uranus? Oh, Uranus will be there, just existing. Mind you, it'll be visible after sunset, which means it's got prime-time real estate. So if you're planning a romantic stargazing date, you might find yourself whispering, darling, look at Uranus. And that's how you ruin a perfectly good evening. The parade will run through February, with Mercury making a cameo in the final days. It'll turn the 6-planet parade into a 7-planet extravaganza. Mercury, like the distant cousin who shows up at the end of a family reunion late, unpredictable, and probably holding a solo cup, unfortunately, by March, most of the planets will have dipped below the horizon, leaving just Jupiter, Mars, and you guessed it, Uranus. It's like the after party nobody wanted but everyone stuck with. Now, for those of you planning to actually spot Uranus, the planet, not your own, let's be clear. You'll need a telescope with at least an 8-inch aperture. That's a fancy way of saying go big or go home. And to be sure to check out apps like Starwalk 2 or Stellarium. They'll help you locate Uranus in the sky because, let's face it, nobody wants to be the person Googling how to find Uranus in public. As for location, astronomers say you can see the planetary parade from just about anywhere in the U.S., Canada, or Mexico. So whether you're in New York City, Calgary, or Mexico City, Uranus will be there for you. But city folks, beware. Light pollution can make it harder to see, so you might need to take a road trip to the countryside. Just imagine explaining that to your friends. I'm driving 4 hours to get a better look at Uranus. And let's not forget safety. If you're chasing the 7-planet lineup in February, be careful pointing your telescope near the sun. The last thing you want to do is blind yourself while you're trying to get a glimpse of Uranus. Can you imagine the doctor's face at the ER? So you stared at the sun because Uranus? In conclusion, folks, this planetary parade is a once-in-a-lifetime event that'll give you a new appreciation for the cosmos. It's a chance to see our solar system's greatest hits all in one place. And yes, it's also a chance to laugh like a middle schooler every time someone says Uranus. So grab your telescope, find a dark spot, and get ready to marvel at the wonders of the universe. Because if there is one thing we can all agree on, it's the space is infinite, but the jokes about Uranus are forever. Anyway, I told you I had that Thursday, and I said it was a good one, but I just wasn't in the I wasn't in the frame of mind to do it. So there is a planetary parade that is going to be happening, and I do got an article here, but to be honest, I pretty much covered most of what you need to know in that. That was a wonderful monologue by ChatGPT, I must say. But there is an article. I've got one up here from CNET, and it's titled the same thing that the show is titled. So, see a planet parade, 6 and eventually 7 planets will line up. So, if you're interested in Uranus, then go check out the CNET website for more details. Okay, so now we gotta, unfortunately, take this U-turn of the show, and, 'cause I ain't got no choice, yo. And, we're gonna talk about a few things. Number one, and I want to make this abundantly clear, do not shoot at drones. Don't do it. You got Riri's like Baron Dependent all puffing his chest out saying, oh, fly over my place. I'll tell you what, you guys want some money? You guys want to own some land? You want to own a brand new house? Go fly a drone over Baron Dependent. Let him shoot it out of the sky. And then, I don't know, act like you got whiplash from trying to watch it fall to the ground or something. I don't know. But seriously, if he's going to be that stupid, go fly a drone over his place. If he's going to be that ignorant, why not use it to your advantage? Because that's some dumb shit. Why am I saying that? Why am I so confident about how stupid it is to shoot at a drone? I don't know. Maybe ask Florida Man. Right? We can always count on Florida Man. Maybe ask Florida Man. Well, what's with this Florida Man, you might say? Retiree, or is that retiree? I think it's retiree, who shot Walmart drone, delivery drone, to make it shoe off, takes plea deal. Folks, this is not a joke. It's not. I started the night off with a bunch of jokes. I'm not joking. Do not shoot at a drone. You are one dumb, ignorant MFer if you shoot at a drone. It just is what it is. You do not own that airspace above you. The police do not even have jurisdiction of the airspace above you. That's a fact. You can not like it, you can scream, you can say whatever you want to say, but it doesn't change the truth. Not one little iota. Not one little iota. Watch this video of this genius here.
At some point today, did a drone fly over your house and you shoot at it? I'm going to be real blunt with you and ask.
Yeah.
Let me rewind it because it started out a little quiet. It's only 30 seconds.
At some point today, did a drone fly over your house and you shoot at it? I'm gonna be real blunt with you and ask.
Yeah,
You did?
yeah.
What'd you shoot at it with?
9mm.
Okay. Alright,
How much trouble am I in?
quite a bit.
I fired 1 round at it. Now they say I hit it, so I must be a good shot. They say there's $10,000 worth of damage to the drone and all sorts of stuff. So I'm going to wind up having to find a real good defense lawyer.
You hear that? Now that's fact. That's not some jackass on YouTube puffing his chest out talking about how he's gonna shoot the drone down. So if you want to make some money, I don't know, maybe earn a new house and some property, go buy. Actually, there is his address right up. There's a Reddit thing. Funny story. There's actually a lot of YouTube channels that are doxed on Reddit. I'm not going to dox anybody, and I didn't dox these people. In fact, I'm on there. I'm on the same list, right? But the funny thing is, the address that they have for me is back when we were in Mount Vernon. That's how outdated they are. But it is most certainly, there's pinball preparedness on there, Bear Independent, I mean, all kinds of individuals right on there, and it doxes the hell out of every one of them. And I'm not going to link anybody, I'm just going to say Reddit. That's all I'll say is Reddit. So, if you would like a good lawsuit because of somebody's a wee-wee, go for it. Go for it. It's insane. It is insane. This guy, he's saying like $10,000 worth of damage, but that's the civil part of it. Luckily, he's getting the criminal charges dropped. Luckily, that's if he pays up, essentially. This is crazy. This is so mind-blowingly crazy. Don't do it, folks. It's not a game. This guy's very lucky. Okay, as I said earlier, and let me explain this. The police do not have jurisdiction of the air. Not even a little bit. But what they do have jurisdiction of is damage to property and discharging a weapon illegally. And so those were the charges this guy was looking at. Now, it was nowhere mentioned in this article about the charges, the felony charges that the FAA can put on this guy if they so choose, because the same thing applies whether you shoot at my Mavic Air 2 in the sky or whether you shoot at a passenger jetliner going over. It is literally the same law, not in any way different. And that's a fact. Again, fact. This guy's lucky. This guy is actually lucky. They probably felt sorry for him. He's an old guy. He's a retiree, 72 years old. He's a retiree. And they probably felt sorry for him. So that's why he's getting off easy. Yeah, see, you know, Watchman, I don't get into all the societal stuff. That's why I keep to myself, and because I don't get most people, to be honest. And it is what it is. I'm wired differently, and I accept that, and I just stay clear. Just stay pretty clear. The fact of the matter is, there are drones in the sky. I've seen some videos of drones. But the majority of what people are claiming are drones are regular aircraft. the large majority, the thousands upon thousands of reports of drones in the sky, most of them, nearly all of them, are just regular aircraft. And that's a fact. You know, something dawned on me a little bit earlier. And I'm like, wait a minute. The man that I respect most in news media hasn't been talking about this. Interesting. Very interesting. I know orbs and oh my God, demons and angels. Don't go there. And unless you want your feelings hurt, don't go there. Because I'm not retarded. I'm not stupid. I'm not naive. I'm not looking for attention. You probably don't want to go there. Just saying. Just saying. Tucker Carlson. Boy, I've seen him put out a boatload of drone videos. Wait. No, I haven't. Wonder why. Jen and I watched a video earlier. It's his last video, as a matter of fact, right here. A turning point in my life. And you could tell that there was something really eating at Tucker. Really eating at him. I've never seen him speak the way that he spoke in that. And I've never seen him as frustrated as I seen him in that. Now, I can't claim I know anything. I'm just a subscriber that enjoys his content. But I have a feeling he's a little bit fed up too. Now, I did say that there are drones. There are. One of these orbs you're talking about, I've got right here. It's not Oregon. It's Phoenix. It's Phoenix. This is one that people are calling an orb. Orb. Because they're too retarded to see the blinking lights on it. I can't help that. What I can do is help myself and not be so damn stupid. It's got lights on it. Now, what is it? I don't know. I can't tell you what it is. I can't tell you whether it's a police drone. I can't tell you whether it's just somebody out there with a nice drone. I can't tell you, but what I can tell you is there was some other dumbass out there with the drone screwing around with it and clearly running into it and falling out of the sky. That is what you call a dumbass. Don't do that. Don't do that. Because guess what? Just like that 72-year-old retiree in Florida, if you smack into a police drone with your DJI and you harm that police drone, guess what's going to happen? Because that's the same law as if you shot at the damn thing. It's interfering with an aircraft. It's the same law. No different. You cannot interfere with an aircraft. It doesn't matter whether it's a commercial jetliner or whether it's a drone. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you shoot at it. It doesn't matter if you ram it with a drone. It doesn't even matter if you shine a laser at it. Same law. Same law. And again, I'll say it again, that's a fact. That's a fact. You can go verify the hell out of that, and I beg that people do. Well, and that's it. And see, everybody's got to go on because that is, there's something on, hang on. I haven't even looked at this in forever. Let me try to pause this stupid thing. I haven't even looked at this in forever. But we're going to look at it right now. So, the YouTubes has something new, or at least I just recently noticed it. A new tool, if you will. And it's this little button here called Inspiration. Now, I've only clicked on the damn thing twice, I think, just for transparency, and that was when I first saw it, maybe a couple of weeks or something ago. Inspiration. Let's see what happens if I click on inspiration. Let's see what it populates for us, ideal topics for us to talk about. Oh, I'm actually shocked. Okay, I stand corrected, and I'm happy to be standard correct. 5 DIY projects to enhance your outdoor living space, the ultimate guide to setting up a home solar system, a day in the life of a minimalist prepper, the surprising benefits of learning a new skill, and how to make your own emergency food supply. So, I'm actually shocked. I actually thought it was going to be at least like 4 out of 5 about drones. So, I'm wrong, and I'll own it. I will own it. I have no problem owning it when I'm wrong. However, there is a guy that has a YouTube channel that goes by the name XJet. Alright, I've followed XJet for quite a while. Why? Because he's a crotchety old bastard, and I kind of see eye to eye with crotchety old bastards. And so he had posted a video tonight of an actual SUV-sized drone. And my jaw hit the floor. Actually posted an SUV-sized drone. And right here is that video. Holy shit. Now that is an SUV-sized drone. It's amazing. He looks at all of this like I do. I am curious. What, XJet? Yeah. Let me give you the link here. There you be. It is totally fake. I think he probably made the video. He just, he just used, I don't know if he used After Effects or exactly what he used. It's not really that hard to do. So, but I saw it and I thought it was hilarious. He has been on a roll about this. And he thinks it's as silly as I do. Here's my big question, right? So, people, for the first time since physical education in high school, got off their asses, put down their remote controls, walked the fuck outside, and looked up in the sky, got some fresh air, and stood on their legs for a little bit. Now, to me, out of all of this, that's the most jaw-dropping part of it. You actually got people to put down their remote control and step the hell outside. That's incredible. That's pretty damned incredible in and of itself. My big question is, what nefarious acts are these drones committing? Hovering? Flying? Going from one location to another? Are they shooting stuff out of the air? Are they shining beams of light down on people? Are they teleporting people from one location to another? None of that stuff? Why the hell do you care? Why? There are other nations looking at us right now, laughing their asses off, and we look incredibly stupid and incredibly weak. There's drones in the UK. There's drones in all kinds of countries that people are taking video of right now. You know what they're not doing in these other countries? Freaking out like a bunch of children. They're not doing that. Maybe people ought to ask themselves, why are we freaking out like children? Probably be a good question. I don't know, man. If they're not doing anything nefarious, why do people care so much? Because it's something that they haven't noticed before? It's not that they haven't been there. Hell, I've been tempted to take my Mavic Air 2 up. It's got a landing light on it that I can turn on at will. And just the thought of it is hilarious. Putting that sucker up 400 feet, which is maximum altitude I can legally fly. Turning on the landing light and cruising around town. The problem is, we got some Riris that work for our police department that think that they have the power to make up laws at will. And I ain't got the energy. And I honestly don't want the outcome of that. Because it's not going to be good. Because I had my absolute fill of them over a decade ago. It is what it is. I ain't going to play a single damn game with them ever again. And out of respect, if you will, that means I won't play games with them. I won't go put my drone up in the air and fly it around just to get a good laugh at all the idiots that are going to be on TikTok and Instagram and Facebook with videos of my drone flying around. There's actually an idiot, in New Jersey, thought it was a good idea to shoot at one. Now that is indeed a drone, and that is indeed a dumbass shooting at it. Don't be a dumbass, because it won't end up well. Like I said earlier, that's serious charges, and it's no joke. They will not play games with you. And you just don't want those kind of problems. For what? Because somebody was flying a drone? Big whoop. But since we've been talking a lot about Riris tonight, might as well bring up one of the queens of Riris. Jason A. put out a video tonight starting out with one of the queens of Riris. And let's take a listen to what she's got to say.
That's just a plane, not a drone. Now, can we stop calling them drones? They're obviously UFOs, people. Come on. It's all over the world now. It's not just in a little thing in New Jersey. Just saw one from China today. It's all over the world. What do you think? That some country, Iran, has the capacity and the capability to monitor and fly these drones all over the world at the same time? Doing the maneuvers that they're doing? I mean, not trying to scare everybody.
What maneuvers are they doing that's so freaky? I'm curious.
But they're here. They're here. And the powers that be don't want to acknowledge that because that leaves them with a higher authority. Nobody's going to care about Trump or Putin or all of the strong men in the world who are dictators and cruel and evil. No, they're not going to have the power that they had if this is true. The aliens are here. And they're obviously superior to us in many, many ways. Let's hope they don't want to just, blow us up. Let's hope. And I wonder why I'm not sleeping, right? But I think it's ridiculously head in the sand to think these are drones that are from another country that just happen to be all over the world at the same time. It makes no sense, people. It makes no sense. You can't be afraid to look at the truth. That's what I say. You got to face it head on, right? And what's the truth here? There are so many in the skies above our planet And the government is not having daily press conferences to tell us what the is going on. Question that a lot. I question that a lot.
I don't know if you're aware.
Okay. First of all, I'll cover what I cover unapologetically. People are being absolutely retarded about this, and it needs to be called out. And I don't see a whole lot of people out there that will call it out because they're too busy making money and getting attention from it. I'll call it out. It's December 15th. It's pretty cold out there. My field of fucks is really barren. Really super barren. It is what it is. You got this cat that points out that he's in a restricted zone, and then that his drone starts to malfunction. That's what they do. That is literally what they do. If I try to fly my DJI drone into a restricted area, that's exactly what it's going to do. It's going to come up restricted, and it's like it hits an imaginary wall. That's what it will do. This guy is trying to get his 15 seconds of fame over that. Big deal. Anybody that owns a DJI drone knows about the geofencing and knows about this. But see, that's the thing. I said everybody that owns a DJI drone. In the whole scheme of things, that's not a real large amount of people. Not when you look at the entire population. So, it's pretty simple, really. This guy's got a nothing burger. He, in another video, talks about how he flew his drone towards it and his battery just went dead. Well, I got nothing on that. Maybe he's not taking real good care of his batteries. Maybe he didn't charge it all the way. I don't know. I can't tell you. What I can tell you is that remote controller. I think that's what they call that is an RC1. They haven't had that damn remote controller in so freaking long. And in fact, I believe the last drone that they had that particular controller on was the Mavic Mini. The original OG Mavic Mini. The same one that I've got. Now, prior to the Mavic Mini, there were a lot of DJI drones that had that particular controller. But it's been a long damn time. Now they look a lot different, much easier than as far as telling the difference between them. They're gray. I believe that's called an RC1. And when they switch to the gray ones, like the Mavic Air 2's got, it's actually called, I believe, an RC2. And now I believe they're up to 3 or 4 or something like that. So, and then there's smart controllers and there's all that. But he's got an old drone, and I have no idea the condition of his batteries or anything else. But I do know that he's trying to get people to be all concerned about a function of DJI drones that prevents you from flying in a restricted airspace. It's big whoop. And I'll...
Last week or so, 2 weeks when it started, I tried to take my drone over Picatinny Arsenal to follow a drone that was just hovering.
See? Tried to take his drone over Picatinny Arsenal, which is a geofenced area.
Over
Right.
there.
You'll get drained.
And as I got closer, my drone lost power, spun out, and the battery died, and it went down. But the other...
Lost power, spun out, the battery died, and it went down. Because you were flying it in a restricted area, Riri.
The drone
I got
remained
nothing.
sitting in the air, unaffected.
I think that was a Mavic Mini.
Power
He showed
spun
it
out,
for a second.
and the battery died, and it went down. But the other drone remained sitting.
Yep, that's the OG Mavic Mini. I've got the same one. same one here.
In the air, unaffected.
Why? What do you think?
No. Secrets that the government don't want us to know, and they're playing stupid. Either that or aliens.
Or maybe you're stupid.
Oh, come on. Not the latter. Okay, you're smiling. All right. I'm glad. All right.
There's been more drones.
So this guy's getting his 15 seconds of fame. He thinks it's hilarious because people are dumb enough to fall for it. And that's the sad part. That's the sad part. Now this one here.
Sightings across the country. The latest report in New York, New Jersey, and Maryland. The White House says
this is the one I wanted to show you. There is a lot of
across
people
the country. The latest report in New York, New Jersey, and
there is a lot of people that will do anything to get that 15 seconds of fame. Now I'm going to play this, and I'm going to do my best to pause it in the right spot. But I want you to tell me what you see.
Maryland, the White.
Yeah. Okay, that's good right there. I don't know about you. I can't pick out a whole lot of constellations in the sky, but I damn well know what Orion looks like. Those are the shoulders. That's his belt. Now watch what this guy does, because he's clearly got Orion in the camera. He's going to turn the camera left and down and turn it back right to get the bottom two stars of Orion and claim that they're drones.
The White House says there is no evidence the reported drones pose any threat, but that's doing little to calm concerns. People in Southern California are also reporting mysterious.
He was real careful to make sure that he just
Southern
got
California
those two.
Are also reporting mysterious drone sightings, and one person captured video of lights over Temecula.
I'm going to pull this up here and show our viewers.
Now this, I don't know. This is the drone
red dot. There you see it, kind of dead center of the screen. What do you think that is? What do you think people are seeing in the skies, and why only at night?
And they move really fast.
And that was actually a drone of some kind, because it was just sitting there, no blinking lights.
Eyewitness News cannot confirm what these videos show, but we found several people who say they saw similar lights.
These three lights were in a sort of a triangle kind of formation.
You know what landing lights look like on an airplane? Well, guess what? I can show you. So, I actually made a Facebook post. That's probably the easiest place for me to grab it. Oh, wait. No, I actually think I got the pictures easy to come by here. I think. Hang on. So I posted, that's one of them. I posted a picture in the community section or whatever. Hang on. And it was a guy from News Nation that had claimed that he was looking at drones. And I was like, I don't know about that. I don't know where I've got the other one. Let me show you with the first one here from my Facebook. One moment. Momento. So this is what I had posted. This was the News Nation guy, and he was all excited because he caught a drone. And I looked at that, and I'm like, wait a minute here. And so I literally pointed everything out. Here's a wing here, here's a wing here, here's the left engine, the right engine, the fuselage of the plane, and lo and behold, those three bright lights like that lady was talking about. I know there's more lights, but those three bright ones are landing lights. And I do believe they're in a triangle formation. Interesting. Now, if that isn't enough for you to get the picture, no pun intended. Let me see what the hell I called it again. Where in the hell did it take me? I ain't got that many pictures on my computer, do I? I guess I do. Hang on. Screenshot. I guess they're all screenshots. Is that one? Yeah, there it is. So hang on. Let me throw this one up there. Now this is Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024. And that is an Airbus A320. Very interesting. Right engine, which is lit up pretty bright. The left engine, pretty dark. Fuselage. Imagine that. Right, and the left engine, or the right engine, pretty bright. Left engine, pretty dark. Lights in a triangular formation. I can't say exactly that it was an A320, but I can tell you that it was an Airbus A300 series, whichever one that might be. Be A300, I don't know what all they have. I think there's a 330. I don't know. Not into the big flying tubes. But I find it extremely interesting that these people can't tell the differences of these things. And I'm going to be honest, I don't buy it. I don't buy for a second that these people do not know the difference. I don't. I think that there are so many people out there starved for attention that they'll make up about anything that they can dream up to get that attention. I think that we have a society that ever since COVID demands to be scared of something. They gotta fear something. They gotta have some kind of drama. And unfortunately, we've got a myriad of content creators on YouTube, news media, that knows that sells. Are there drones? Man, there's been drones for a long time. Just now figuring that out's not anything remarkable. About the only thing that makes any sense at all out of all the myriad of conspiracy theories that I've heard about is that possibly on the East Coast they might have nuke sniffers up. That's actually plausible. It's yeah, you were flying lights on your RC plane a decade ago. Of course. It blows my mind. It really blows my mind that people are that shocked because there's drones in the sky. Well, yeah. There are times that I don't fly my drone very often, but I have most certainly took my drone up in the air day or night just to check stuff out. I've got a little strobe, an FAA compliant strobe that I Velcro to the top of it. I'll send it up because I have to do that to be legal. Now, I have also got, let me show you this. Sorry, I had a hell of a time getting stuff off of it. This is my Mavic Mini. Get in the little hidey hole under the batteries. Let me grab both of them because I think one of them might be kind of dead. Now, the DJI Mavic Mini has only got one light on the back of it, and it's not very bright. It's not something that you can see very well. And the strobe light that I have, actually, the strobe light's in my Mavic Air 2 case. Not that big of a deal. It's just a bright, flashy light. White. Well, that thing would do white and red and I think green. But that has to go on top of the drone. Because that strobe light's not for me to see the drone at night. That's for airplanes to see the drone at night. Not me. So I wanted something that I could see my little bitty dinky Mavic Mini at night. And, oh, hang on. Yeah, okay, duh. I'm a tard. I'm looking at the video over there. Yeah, you see that? Red and blue blinky blinky. Right? And those, they're actually made for the Mavic Mini. They fit the legs perfectly. They're made to just snap onto the legs of the drone. There's the other one. And then it's blinky blinky. Red and blue. Right? The batteries are low. They're usually way brighter than that. So there's blinky lights in the sky. And I revert back to the question I asked earlier. What nefarious things are they doing? Oh, nothing? Okay. Then why are we flipped out about it? I'll ask again. Why aren't the people in other countries all running around like little children, all scared and freaking out and acting like tards? Maybe we ought to think about that. Maybe we need to let it kind of sit in. Maybe we need to take a good healthy dose of calm the fuck down and try to get to the bottom of it. Now, I will say this, and I intended to say this at the very beginning of this, because I didn't want to get this far, because believe me, trust me, I've already ran off 99.999% of people that ever click on this video a long time ago. But I want to make a reminder about Cliff High's quote-unquote UFO prediction from Webbot. I'll be damned if that wasn't right again. I'll be damned if that wasn't right again. And I'm astonished. And I'm actually astonished that not more people are talking about that. In fact, I'm more amazed at that than I am the damn drones in the sky. I'm truly amazed that Cliff High's Webbot predicted this. Yeah, the date was just a little bit off. People didn't start freaking about this until a day or two after Cliff High's prediction of the UFOs. I should say his Webbot's prediction of the UFOs. But, what do you think of that? Now that I find truly astonishing. The drones, nah. Until they start doing something nefarious, nah. Who cares? People, for the first time in a very, very long time, walked out, got some fresh air, looked up into the night sky, and were amazed. Many of them by regular aircraft, some by drones. But I guarantee you there's a lot more drones up in the night sky now than there have been in a long, long time. Because I guarantee you there's a lot of people out there just having fun. I saw a video of, if you've ever seen the drones that they do in the drone light shows, there was a guy, I don't know, maybe 9 of them or something up in the air or whatever, and they were all up there, and then they in formation, in like a V formation, all went shooting down towards the earth. That's all those were. That's all those were. Somebody has got enough money to buy those damn things, because they're not cheap. Somebody that got enough money to buy those damn things were out there having fun. I can't say as I blame them. Sounds like a pretty funny damn thing to do to me. That's all that was. Yeah. Well, I don't believe in Q 1 second. I don't believe in Q 1 second. But Cliff High prediction was back in 2009. So that could possibly be where the whole Q got it from. But Q was a psyop. Plain and simple. Not only a psyop, but it was a psyop perpetrated by the left. That's a fact. That's a fact. I don't know how many times somebody can be wrong about something before people say, maybe I should not trust what they say. And that is Q. All wrapped up with a nice little bow. I knew Q was a joke the very first time that I heard him use the those use the term DEF CON. That's what, and that was pretty early on. That's what told me. When they used DEF CON, that was all I needed to hear. Because there is no such thing outside of the damn movie War Games and people's imaginations. Does the government have defense condition levels? Abso-frickin-lutely. Do we know them? No. Is it called DEF CON or... No, it's not. And back when Q said that, I gave out a challenge, and I'll give out the challenge again. If the whole DEF CON thing is real, go get me one damn image, one image from the internet where somebody with their cell phone snapped a picture of the DEF CON sign. And outside of the movie War Games, you're not going to find it. Because it doesn't exist. And it's not real. And anybody that had that much insider information would have knew that. Man, the only thing I trust is the Father. That's it. That's it. The Father. I've gone through hell learning that lesson. And I would do anything to be able to teach that lesson to others. You know, when you get married, and I'm not talking necessarily about my life, my situation, I'm talking about anybody. When you get married, you wholeheartedly trust that person. You wholeheartedly think you're going to spend the rest of your remaining days with that person. But how often does that really happen? Sadly, not so much. In many cases, and I'm guilty of this, in many cases, one spouse cheats on the other. Again, I'm guilty. And you learn real quick that maybe you can't trust that person. Now, how damn close do you have to get to another human being to realize that the whole trust thing is an illusion? It doesn't exist. It's a concept that we made up, and we hope that it's real. Does it make it real? Not for a damn second. I know that's a kind of a downer kind of thought, but that's just the truth. That's why I highly encourage people to grab the Father and hang on with everything and focus on the Father. And then all of this other stuff means so much less. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if mankind betrays you, cheats on you, lies to you, abuses you. Because the Father won't. And the Father's word won't change. He won't go back on his word. And that's why I give him my all. Humanity, not so much. Humanity, not so much. I'll tell you what, as far as living beings on this earth, the living being that I trust more than any other living being on this earth is laying right there on the futon. And it's my four-pawed furry friend, Blue. I literally would trust my life with her. Humans? Nah. Not a one. Not a one. I hear way too many lies, way too much bullshit, way too many games. Not a one. But I trust that girl right there on that futon with all my heart. Aside from that, the Father. That's it. That's it. Anyway, that's also it. Oh, the Watchman, I'm sorry, I just missed that. Sorry, I just caught that now. Catch you later, brother. With that, I'm going to get off of here. And, love on that four-pawed furry thing over there that I love with all my heart. Say a few words. The Father that I love and trust with all my heart. I recommend you do the same. It makes all of the world's bullshit so much smaller. With that, have a good night. Shalom.